Greatness is something achieved, something that is worked hard for. Nobody ever became the best at what they did because they hoped. I hear this far too often. People say, oh, well, I hope this goes well for me. Don't hope, make it go well for you. But all the little pieces of work it takes to make it go well. Job interview, oh, I hope it goes well. Well, is it really going to go well if you didn't put in the work? If you didn't put in the time at the gym to become more attractive because people who look better get more jobs, such as proven? Did you put in the work at school to get good grades, to go to a good college so that they'd want you more? But you didn't. So, if you don't get the job, it's not because you didn't hope hard enough or you didn't want it enough. It's because you weren't willing to put in the work for it. You didn't have the discipline. Do you think Tom Brady became the GOAT because he hoped? No, he became the GOAT because he put in more time than anybody else. Tom Brady is a perfect example that you can do anything that you want as long as you have the drive, the passion, and the discipline to do it. You think Brady, he isn't he never should have made it, let's be honest. Tom Brady never should have been a starting quarterback in the NFL, but he wanted it more. He didn't have the athleticism. He didn't have the stupidly random great talent. He didn't have some kind of giant arm. He wasn't super fast. In fact, he was a little below average when it comes to athleticism for NFL players. He wasn't a super athletic guy compared to other NFL players, but he worked harder. Do you think that throughout his teenage years, he spent his time just wasting it away, wasting it on video games? Video games probably weren't a big thing in the 90s when he was growing up. But do you think he spent a lot of time doing drugs or some other thing that is just negative? No. He spent his time perfecting his craft. Do you think he did when he was at the University of Michigan, not even a starting quarterback? What do you think he was doing? He was working his butt off to get the opportunities. And that gave him seventh or what was it, like a fifth round draft pick, I think. That gave all that hard work that he did, it gave him the smallest possible chance, and he took it. After that pick 199, he went on to be a bench player for the Patriots for about what, like a year and a half. But he put in the work, he put in the drive, he put in the time. Nobody works harder than the GOAT. I bet you that he spent all his time studying the playbook, getting a little better on his throws, getting a little bit better foot movement, understanding the game a little bit better. That's what he spent his time on. It became an obsession, and that's how you become great when you can make your work an obsession. That's what you have to do. Most of you don't have it in you, but it's what you have to do. And Brady, all that hard work, it paid off when he got his opportunity. Because when you put in the hard work, you'll get the opportunity. So show up. It worked for Brady. It'll work for you. And don't tell me, oh, well, those statistics, it's in a million. If you really had the care, the drive, the passion to be great, you wouldn't care about statistics. You think I'm gonna let statistics hold me back from fulfilling my dreams? I don't care how many people make it in the world. I don't care how many people are successful because I'm gonna be one of them. If it's 1%, I will be the top 1%. If it's 0.01%, I will be in that 0.01%. I'm not there yet, but I'm willing to put in the work. And it doesn't matter if almost nobody makes it. You just have to be one of the nobodies that makes it. That's what it's all about. Becoming one of the nobodies that makes it. That's what we all dream of. That's what we all want. But only some of us are willing to put in the time. You think that spending all that time on TikTok, you think that's what the greats are doing right now? Your competitors, the people who want your spot in whatever you're doing, the people who have the same goals and same aspirations, there's someone out there working a little bit harder than you. There's someone out there that's in the gym instead of on TikTok right now. He's beating you. Are you really going to let him beat you? He's doing a little bit more. So be the guy that's doing a little bit more. Be the fiercest competitor possible. Make other people fear what you can achieve. Make them scared. M- You need to be the greatest competitor because when you become the greatest competitor, the biggest competition, that's when you've made it. When you're working harder than anybody else, you will make it. If you truly believe you're going to make it, if you have the mindset for it, and then you put in the work, nothing can stop you. Nothing, no one. It's all it takes, man. It's all it takes. So stop hoping for an easy life. Stop praying for an easy life, but pray to be a stronger man. That's what it's all about. Pray to harden up and then work towards it. Put in the time, put in the effort, put in the hours, put in the days, the weeks, the months, the years of work. It takes some people a lifetime to make it. It takes some people a year. We can't judge how long it'll take all of us, but it's about the journey more than anything else. So if you are whining and say, "Oh, it's harder for me. I have this thing that makes it harder for me." Well, you can't get rid of it. That thing, right? The thing that just is making your life so much more difficult. Maybe you're starting out from a worse position. Maybe you didn't take care of yourself for a long time and now you're obese and now you're trying to get on self-improvement and you say, "Oh, it's harder for me." So what? Good. Embrace it. Embrace the challenge. And when you see people that have it a little bit easier than you, they're a little bit further ahead, but they're not putting in the same amount of work, you will catch them. Remember them when you're working out. Remember them when you're putting in the effort. Become great and stop making excuses for yourself because excuses are all that are holding you back at this point. You can do anything in the world, any dream you have. You can achieve it if you are willing, put in the time, the effort. When we were kids, we were always told you could do whatever you want when you grow up. I remember being like a second grader and laughing and say, "Oh yeah, could I fly?" No. Yeah, you can. You could fly. I don't know how. I mean, like, obviously with a plane, but I don't know if there's another way to fly, like just one person without a mobile or whatever. But I'm sure it's possible. I'm sure someone can do it. Somebody can figure out how to fly if that was their dream. I don't think it's most people's dream to go fly though. So, but it's possible. Anything is possible. And I fully believe this. And I believe that if you believe that you can do anything, you can achieve anything. If you believe that you will accomplish something and you're willing to put in everything, you're willing to sacrifice everything for that dream, you will make it. All of us have the opportunity to make it, man. And it's time to stop making excuses for yourself and just be the best. That's all we can ask of ourselves, right? And hey, man, if you fail, at least you know you failed trying. Would you rather fail putting in all the work than fail knowing that you never tried, not knowing if you could have made it? So at least if you fail when you tried, at least then you know that you couldn't have made it. But if you fail when you never put in the effort, you never know what you could have achieved. And I think that's a worst possible way to live, and that's what causes so much depression in our world. Because people fail without even trying. They don't know how great they could have been, but they just accepted a mediocre life. And that is sad, and I don't want any of you to live that. So join me. We will come together. We're taking this world by storm. The world ain't ready for me, and it ain't ready for you either. So, yeah, do 50 push ups before you go to bed. I don't know what time you're watching this, obviously, because I'm not a stalker, but do 50 push ups before you go to bed. Don't make an excuse. Don't be like, "Oh, I'm watching this at 2 in the morning." I don't care. Why are you on YouTube at 2 in the morning? This is your punishment. Go do push-ups now. Do it. You won't. And put YouTube away and go to bed. Freaking little. Alright, I am going to call it there, though. So this has been Strange Investigations. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe. We post 2 times a day here with a mix of conspiracies, politics, and self-improvement. So if any of those sound interesting to you, like and subscribe, obviously. But I have been Ron Swanson signing off once again. So long, peace out, and God bless y'all.